We also have to look at how we help families balance the responsibilities at home and the responsibilities at business. So,
all right, listen up. Here's the thing. A moderator has got to keep this under control. And poor Lester's already lost it here. You know, I got mixed feelings on this bickering. I get tired of listening to them with their goofy smiles and talk and then let the other one talk. So it's kind of refreshing to see them held responsible, but it can get uncomfortable. How many in here seriously are thinking, man, this is a little uncomfortable? I mean, it is a little uncomfortable.
So you can, like,
hey,
go back and look through, like, on a fact check or something. You can do it for either side, but the most recent example is Hillary. He said that Hillary called that NAFTA deal the gold standard, and so like NPR went in and checked, and she has a book where she wrote that the NAFTA deal was the gold standard.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something. Donald Trump is not stupid. And I'm telling you, the things he's saying, he's not making up. And it gets to be the Potomac two-step, you know, where you pass the buck and all that. But it's interesting here, because it isn't your typical debate because they're interrupting each other, which you're not supposed to. It's a little refreshing, but I can tell when it gets uncomfortable a little bit for you guys, because how can I tell that? Because you start talking. Okay, well, let's see what they say here.
we have a very robust set of plans, and people who have looked at both of our plans have concluded that mine would create 10 million jobs and yours would lose us 3.5 million jobs and explode.
You are going to approve one of the biggest tax cuts in history. You are going to approve one of the biggest tax increases in history. You are going to drive business out. Your regulations are a disaster, and you're going to increase regulations all over the place. And by the way, my tax cut is the biggest since Ronald Reagan. I'm very proud of it. It will create tremendous numbers of new jobs. But regulations, you are going to regulate these businesses out of existence. When I go around, Lester, I tell you this, I've been all over. And when I go around, despite the tax cut, the things that business and people like the most is the fact that I'm cutting regulation. You have regulations on top of regulations, and new companies cannot form, and old companies are going out of business, and you want to increase the regulations and make them even worse. I'm going to cut regulations, but I'm going to cut taxes big league, and you're going to raise taxes big league. End of story.
Let me get you.
Now, I'm going to tell you, you know what regulations, you know what that is? And Trump has a point here. The Democratic Party has always had kind of a reputation for regulating everything. And it makes it more difficult for people to start new businesses and do some of those things. So that's what he means when he's hitting regulations. He's going to get rid of them, give businesses a better chance, he's stating, to have success. And he's saying she's going to regulate them right into disaster.
Pause right there, because we're going to move into the next segment. We're going to talk taxes.
That can't be left
Please
to
just
stand.
take 30 seconds.
I kind of assumed that there would be a lot of these charges and claims. And so we have taken the homepage of my website, HillaryClinton.com, and we've turned it into a fact checker. So if you want to see in real time what the facts are, please go and take a look. Because
take a look at mine also, and you'll see.
Add a penny to the debt, and your plans would add $5 trillion to the debt. What I have proposed would cut regulations and streamline them for small businesses. What I have proposed would be paid for by raising taxes on the wealthy, because they have made all the gains in the economy. And I think it's time that the wealthy and corporations paid their fair share to support this.
Well, you just opened the next segment.
Well, look, can I just finish that?
I'm going to
You
give
go
you
to her
a chance right here.
website,
With
and you
the
take a look at
15-minute
her
segment.
website. She's going to raise, haven't done anything about it. Now, in all fairness to you've ever seen.
No.
And then you heard to do.
No, we're not.
See, you're telling the enemy everything you want to do. No wonder you...
So if you want to see in real time,
okay, listen.
What the facts
sorry about that.
Please go.
Lester's got to gain control here. He's about
he's
trying to
add a penny to the debt, and your plans would add $5 trillion to the debt. What I have proposed would cut regulations and streamline them for small businesses. What I have proposed would be paid for by raising taxes on the wealthy, because they have made all the gains in the economy, and I think it's time that the wealthy and corporations paid their fair share to support this.
Well, you just opened the next segment.
Well, look, can I just finish? I think I should.
I'm going to
You
give
go to her
right here.
website,
Within
and you
the
take a look at
15-minute
her
segment.
website. She's going to raise taxes $1.3 trillion. And look at her website. You know what? It's no different than this. She's telling us how to fight ISIS. Just go to her website. She tells you how to fight ISIS on her website. I don't think General Douglas MacArthur would like that too much.
Oh! And we're going to talk about General Douglas MacArthur. All right. Here's what we're going to do. Hey, that's pretty good. Don't you like it? So what we're going to do the rest of this week is we're going to lecture a little bit and watch the debate. Lecture, watch the debate. Now, Douglas MacArthur wouldn't like it. Oh, what does that mean?
And then next.
So who's winning the debate so far?
America is losing.
Yeah.